This is Peter. Peter is an 89-year-old World War II veteran. He fought for his country, Bulgaria, before moving to Toronto as a young adult. Peter worked in construction for 44 years, building houses in the city, and he may have built one of the houses that you're currently living in. Peter loves to spend his afternoons in the park feeding the pigeons. However, this park bench is what makes up most of Peter's living space, and not any of the houses that he helped build. The rest of Peter's living space is up the street at the Salvation Army. Peter is 89, and Peter is homeless. 5,219 is the number of homeless individuals in the city of Toronto. That means there are 5,218 more stories just like Peter's. The homeless community has the option of reaching out to 65 meal programs and 47 shelters. However, these shelters operate at capacity and all have limited funding. The homeless community also has the option of reaching out to the public. However, the public often hesitates in donating to this community because of long-standing prejudices. Now, when I was a little girl, every time I passed a homeless individual, I would tug on my dad's hand, ask for change, and I would run back and drop coins to whoever was waiting. I continued this habit my whole life, and I would carefully set aside my loonies and toonies, put them in my outside coat pockets so that way I could give to whoever I walked by. And looking back, I think that the reason this is because to me, these prejudices did not exist. I did not see homeless people. As a little girl, all you see are people who are homeless. And there's a big difference, even though the words are just switched. Now, I continued this habit of giving my loonies and toonies my whole life until halfway through university, I realized that my habit was costing me. But instead of cutting back on what I gave, I just saw a way to give differently. So I thought about all of my unused gift cards, and I have a plethora kicking around in my wallet, as I'm sure so many of you do. I thought about my unredeemed coupons and freebies and how they go crumpled and forgotten in the bottom of my bag. So there is currently a promotion between Pizza Pizza and the Raptors, where after the team wins a home game with a score of over 100 points, the winning ticket can be redeemed the next day for a free slice. So I thought to myself, what if we were to use consumer reward for charitable benefit? And so Fixthe6ix was born. Fixthe6ix is a Toronto-focused poverty alleviation project. We were started by students at York University, and we are run entirely by volunteers. I started giving away my fast food gift cards to the homeless community I met, and I called it the Re-Gift Card Program. I took my program to the Faculty of Health at York University. I received a $500 seed funding grant and did a campus-wide campaign. We collected over 400 gift cards, and we use them across Toronto to benefit the homeless community, and we also give them to our friends on the streets. A mutual friend started 100 for the Homies, which makes use of the Raptors ticket promotion I previously mentioned. We package them up, donate them to homeless shelters the next day, so that way the homeless can redeem the tickets for a slice. Since we started, we collected over 13,000 slices, and we started to make incredible impact at no direct cost to the donor. So the day that we started was March 7th of this year. So far, we've collected over 500 gift cards with over $3,600 of credit. And with our 100 for the Homies program, we've donated to over 20 shelters and low-income housing in the city. So since we started, we had a great start with the media and social media. Before I even got the gift card donation boxes set up around campus, I was invited to Metro Warning on CBC to speak with Matt Galloway, and then I immediately went straight back to class, but we had a really great start. We had, on the right side, some local sponsors who supported our pilot, and they continue to support the work that we do. So we are currently looking for a charitable partnership, so that way we can stabilize ourselves and gain some strength from existing under a charitable umbrella. We're also going to continue using a campus model because of the great start that we had at York University. We're going to start a pilot at Ryerson in the winter, and we also started working at TCDSB High School, so we're going to continue through the TCDSB and the TDSB. If you have more information, come talk to myself and Owl or at the booth at the back. Thank you.